Hi, this is tutorial about the usability testing method, and we are going to talking about heuristic evaluation. Characteristic of the method. There are several methods. This lecture, we are going to talk about heuristic evaluation method. This one used in the early design in the cycle of interactive design at the beginning of the design process, and the user needs none because you use the expert. The main advantage is to find the individual usability by using the experts because the expert will address the problem. And main disadvantage is that this one is not involve real user, so maybe somehow you cannot find some surprising of the problem that you found. The second one, cognitive walkthrough. The cognitive walkthrough you can use in prototyping state. User is none. So this one we test in terms of the user perspective. We ask the expert to go in and walk to the way that user used, and the same thing. It doesn't involve the real user. The performance measure is a cognitive analysis, and the final testing when you have really finished products that can function. And the user needs actually is allow at least 10, normally between 10 to 40 subjects. And main advantage is a hard number. The results are easily to compare. The disadvantage is high cost. The next one, protocol analysis or thinking out loud. This one is a iterative design, formative evaluation. User needs 3 to 5. So this one we pinpoint the user misconcept, the chip test. The main advantage, disadvantage of this one is unnatural for user because the user need to talk or speak while they are working, and this may be hard for the expert user to verbalize because they are really fast in doing things and they don't want to spend time to talk. Heuristic evaluation method. Heuristic evaluation is method you can call the rule of thumb. Trial and error. So the method is used to find the problem in the user interface design, but you have the predefined set of standard. In this one we do it as a checklist, and we ask the expert to review the product. The lesson we call the rule of thumb is common sense. We collect the guideline or the thing that have a problem, and it's like a trial and error. So you can use this type of the common sense or the guideline to evaluate the product. How many evaluators do we need? Normally, Jacob Nielsen, he talking about the number of the problem file and the number of experts. In this one, you can see that the point of 5, you can file at 75%. This is quite a good number to show that at least 5 you can find a lot of problem. So this formulation how you find the problem. The more you have evaluator, the more you find the problem. Usability testing on the heuristic evaluation, they have allowed 10, like visibility, matching the real world, and the user mental model, control, consistency, prevention, recognition, flexibility, minimalism, recover, and heal. We will go into the detail the next slide. And the heuristic evaluation doing as a checklist. Somehow you can ask a question. For example, the visibility of the system status, you have the option in the detail, and you ask the question, and you have yes, no, or neither yes or no. And then you, the subject just, the expert just check that it's answer that or not. If it's yes, just tick yes. If it's no, tick no. Something like this. 10 heuristic usability testing. First, visibility of the system. The system should always keep the user informed what is going on to the appropriate feedback. For example, the blinking LED it's like the notification for the system status. For example, okay, if someone calling or someone send you the email, is notified. So it means that the telephone show the visibility how the product work right now. This example of the checklist, like you can apply for the product of the escalator light tail, like escalator light tail the direction of the entrance or exit. If it's entrance, this is exit. So it shows that okay, you can go in or you cannot pass this escalator. Or provide the appropriate feedback with the reasonable time, the tail of the car light. If one is big or doesn't have, so it cannot warn the follower. So we would like to check that the car have anything to show that okay, the system is working, or the car is stopping or is running. Matching between the system and the real world. The system should speak user language with word, phrase, or concept. Rather than the system orientation. Like if you talk the system or the computer software, they typing like they say that system error 2134. So in this one, it's quite impossible to understand what the meaning of it. But if you say that please shut down your machine properly next time, this is a user language. And you can see this another example when municipal they put a signage like city parking, limit to event, sharp, sign on event, sharp month. It's quite really complicated, the signage. It's not really speak the user language to the driver. The sign information should be follow the real world convention and make information to be in a natural and logical order. This is another example. You say that the sign information tell the bicycle and the people who have a dog, just due to the people who coming, and people who coming just due to the people who ride the horse, and people who take a bicycle just due to this. It's quite a little bit more complicated. Maybe people doesn't understand the relationship between them. User control and freedom. User often choose the system function by mistake, and they need to have some, they call the emergency exit to leave the state, unwanted state. For example, they play a game and they want to quit from the game, and they should be able to do that. And somehow the system could support the undo and redo. This is another example of the user control and freedom. For example, the map of the IKEA. When you walk into the store, somehow it's too long to walking everything, and then maybe user doesn't need to watch all the thing here. So they want the access. The IKEA should provide the access. For example, in this map, they don't have any access, and you need to walk to the whole mass. Another example is like support the undo and redo. The garage band support the undo recording. Like if you want to fix, and you can undo the recording and record a new one instead. So the system should provide that. Consistency and standard. User should not have to wonder whether the different word, situation, or action mean the same thing. You can see the example like consistency of the icon. It's a big It's like this one is a computer. If it's small icon, it should be like this, or a folder. So it still keep the consistency. Opposite to this icon, it's not consistency. When it's a small icon and a big icon, it's not really the same thing. The example of the consistency is that, like you can see that when you use the arrow, like left or right, this one go to lake, this one go to the highway number 1, this one go to east, the highway X02, but this one, the arrow pointing to Florida Turnpike, so it's quite have use arrow in different type of the meaning. Maybe people may be confused that okay, this turn right, but this one go into the city or something, and follow the platform convention. For example, if you have the dialog box on the software that say okay, choose save before closing or not, you put yes. Somehow they put save, don't save, cancel. And this one put cancel, no, and yes. The one thing that's very important is that what they highlight the conventional, they highlight on the save or yes first. So this have some consistency in terms of to confirm. Otherwise, when you click don't save, it could be accidentally don't save anything,